Hi, the purpose of this video is to show you how to build a simple website in Microsoft Word. For the purpose of this tutorial, we will be building a 3-page website. We will have a home page and 2 subpages. We're going to call the home page Index, and we're going to call our subpages Plants and Supplies. Remember, we are going to edit or build the web page with Word, and we'll view it later in a browser. When we get started, we need to build a new folder, and we're going to save everything that's related to the website in that folder. And I'm going to show you in a minute how to build that folder. As you can see, I have Windows Explorer open, and I have a space where I can build a new folder. I'm going to navigate to where I want my new folder, right-click, and pick New Folder. I'm going to name it Website. I'll double-click this folder to open it, and all the web pages that I build are now going to be in this folder. As I said, we were going to be building our web pages in Microsoft Word, so I'm going to start Microsoft Word, which incidentally is open already. I'm going to go File, New, and create a new document. And this is where it's different. This is where I'm going to start my web page. File, Save As. Notice that you have Save as Type. I'm looking to save it as type web page. I'm going to give this file the name Index, and it's going to go into my website folder that I built earlier. I'm going to click Save. Notice the rulers have changed, and I'm going to be looking to build a web page that's about 14 inches wide. To start building a web page, you need to put everything inside a table. I'm going to start my web page now by inserting a table, and the table I'm going to pick is going to be 1 column by 2 rows, and I'm going to size this table so it fits about the 14-inch mark. This will give me a place to put my main navigation bar, and then later another table for the rest of my website content. So we started our web page, we saved it, and we put in our first table to structure our content. Now we're going to insert a navigation bar. So I'm going to put a table in the top row with enough cells to hold all my buttons. If you have more than 3 pages, you need more than 3 cells. And then I'm going to use WordArt to put in my button names. Remember, Index, Plants, Supplies. Or I'm going to call this one Home. So, click in the top row, insert a table. I'm going to make it a 3x1. I'm going to insert WordArt, and I'm going to pick something that's relatively plain, and I'm going to type my text here, Home. I need to make sure that my text is wrapped so that it's in line with text, so it actually stays inside the cell. Now, the next step, I'm going to copy my button. So Control-C for copy and Control-V for paste into those 2 cells. So Control plus C for copy, and Control plus V for paste. I want to edit this text in my WordArt, so I'm going to go to the drawing tools. I'm going to pick the edit text, or in this version of Word I can just edit it. I'm going to call this one plants, and I'm going to call this one supplies. Notice I was using all caps. So now we have a home button, a plants button, and a supplies button. If you wish, you can outline the box or not as you desire. The next step is to actually start to create the links inside the website. So in order to have links, you need to have a button. That's going to be the source of the link. You need to have a page or an anchor point on a page where the link is going to terminate, and then you need to actually build the hyperlink itself. So we have built our buttons, as in step 4, and now we need to set up our destinations. So I am going to use this home page or index page as a template for my plants and my supplies page, as well as any other pages that I would like to use or like to create. So I'm going to go Save As. I'm going to check that my type is a web page, and I'm going to call it after the name of the button and the subject of the page. I'm going to call it plants. And then I'm going to repeat the process still web page, and call it supplies. Notice that there are file folders in here that are related to the pages. Don't play in those. So I now have 3 pages in my website: index, plants, and supplies, with the associated folders, which I will not play with. And now I can start to build hyperlinks. And that brings us then to links. So we're going to be looking for the insert menu, and we're going to be looking for the hyperlink button, and then we'll make the links themselves. So click on the button you wish to link, go to the insert, go to hyperlink. Inside your website, the home button will link to the index page. You simply click it and pick OK. Repeat for plants. Click the button, hyperlink to plants. Repeat for supplies, hyperlink to supplies, and OK. Now save the page. I'm going to get rid of this stuff I typed in earlier as notes. Clean this page up a little bit. And now I'm going to use this page again as a template to save over top of the rest of my pages. File, Save As, Web Page. I'm going to save it over top of index and save it. And yes, I wish to replace the existing file, so I'm going to click OK. Then I'm going to go to File, Save As, and save it over top of my plants page and save it, and OK. And I had started on the supplies page, so that page should be done. But if you wish, you could also do Save As and put it over top of supplies page and save. And that way you know that all those links are indeed set up. For my next step, I am going to actually insert tables to hold the other cell content, and then I'm going to put one picture or graphic per cell to actually build the individual pages. In order to build the pages, you can go to your Windows Explorer, into your website folder. You can right click on the page, pick Open With, because we're editing with Microsoft Word. Microsoft Word. It opens it up, and we could say something like, this is my home page. Ordinarily, I would put in a couple of pictures, and I had already said that text should be inside its own cell, so I'm going to cut out that text. Let's try a layout of something like this. And I'm going to put in a little bit of word art here, clip art. I'll search for plants. That looks like a nice plant, so I'm just drag and drop it into the cell there. And save my page. Now I'm going to go to my actual plants page. So back to Windows Explorer, to my website folder, right click the plants page, open with Microsoft Word. Insert a table. I'm going to type in "this is my plants page" and save it. I already showed you how to put word pictures in. Now I'm going to go to my supplies page, open it with Microsoft Word, put in a table, and save it.